Students of class 7, today we are going to do about the last chapter of geography, that is the human environment, chapter 9. Clear? Now we all live in villages or town. Okay, so the location of village or a town, they are depend upon the environmental and cultural factors. Now the size and the shape of the settlement means what, where we all live. Okay, they are different from each other depending upon their performance as well as of economic activities. So the need to carry the goods and the passengers from one to place has been felt from the earliest time. So various means of transport are also used, okay, for this work, while the means of communications carry messages and ideas. So the first thing we are going to learn about the settlements. Now children, we all know that we need a house to live in. Clear? What is a house? Okay, house can be a hut, it can be a bungalow, it can be an apartment. Okay, now the cluster of houses, they form a settlement. Now a cluster may have a few huts or a number of big houses. So a large clusters are known as the towns or cities. Now, the growth and the development of settlements, they are dependent upon various factors. Number one is the suitable land. Number two is the availability of water. Number three is the favorable climate. Number four is the fertile soil. Clear? So initially, two most important factors that help the growth and the development of the settlements. What are they? They are that the farmers, they had to look after their crops, okay, especially at what time? During the time of growing and ripening. Okay, now they had to live close to the field. And number two, when the production of food increased, what will happen? The farmers, they had enough food to feed their families even during the non-cropping season. So they stopped wandering in search of food and they settled down. Clear? Now, most of the early settlements, children, they are developed along the river valleys. Clear? Because water are available and the land for the fertile. Clear? Now, next one is a temporary settlement. Temporary means what? Which is just for a short period of time. Clear? Now, these are found in forest, hot and cold desert, mountains, etc. So, the people, those who are living in such settlements, they often what they practice hunting, gathering, fishing, scientific cultivations, as well as transhumance. Nowadays, you can see all these settlements, whether it is a big or a small, they are developed as a permanent settlement. Clear? Now, these permanent settlement means what? It is a settlement that is for the longer period of time. Now they have a layout plan. What this layout plan are include? They are the residential purposes, commercial purposes, schools, hospital, offices, and other services. Culture, entertainment needs, as well as a space for what? For the streets, roads, as well as etc. So generally, settlements classified into two regions, children. One is a rural and one is the urban. Rural means what? Village area, and urban is known as a towns and cities area. So these are all based in the primary function of the settlement. So let us, children, move towards a rural settlement. Now we all know that villages are known as a rural settlement. They depend on agriculture, clear, and they are related occupation. So the area you can find out in the villages are agricultural land, okay, because it is one of the most important part of the village. Now villages are also found in the coastal areas where you can find that fishing is the main occupation out there. And many villages, they have developed cottage industries and they based on the local raw materials as well as their needs. So a rural settlement, they have a very few houses and they are very limited utility and social service. Now this includes what? A market, school, post office, primary health centers. Is it clear? So the shape of the rural settlements, they can be of various type, like what? Compact, scattered, linear, as well as a radial. Now let us move towards a compact. Compact settlement means what? Houses which are built very close to each other. Clear? And they are very narrow street. Such settlements where you can find out near the river valley as well as the plain. Let us move towards the scattered. Scattered settlements means what? Where they are found in the forested areas, hilly regions, and deserts. Scattered means what? Which has been spread to a large areas also. Clear? Now linear settlements means what? Which develop along the river, road, as well as a canal, and they have a very rows of houses. Rows means what? ROWS, rows means lines of houses facing each other. Now next one is a radial settlement. Radial settlement means what? It is developed when the streets radiate from a common points in all direction and houses are built along the same street. Now houses in rural areas, children, they are built according to what? According to the physical environment. Local materials are also used for the construction. Houses, they have very thick walls plastered with mud and thatched roofs in hot regions. They have slanting roofs in regions of a heavy rainfall, and in some areas what you can find, houses are built on stilt to avoid flood water from entering the place. Clear? Now we have already done with the rural. Let us move towards the urban settlement. Now urban settlements, how they have been characterized? They are characterized by the non-agriculture functions. Okay. Now urban settlement, you won't be finding any of the agriculture's area. Apart from the agriculture area, you will find it out industries, then trade, commerce, administration, transport, other services also such as education, hospital, entertainment are also find out there. Okay. Now in some urban areas what happened, there's no differences between the residential as well as the commercial areas. Now shops are also on the ground floor and people, they stay in the upper floor. Now urban settlements, what you can find out, they are generally classified on the basis of the economic activities whatever they perform. Okay, they can be classified as administrative towns, okay, like the capital cities which are situated in New Delhi, Washington DC and Canberra. Then defense towns, if we are saying defense means what? Military activities are there. Then cultural towns like religious centers, and industrial towns means what? Where the manufacturers and productions are going on, and junction towns where you can find out major roads and railways out there. Clear? Now let us move towards a rural urban relationship. How the people of rural and urban, they exchange the relationship. Now both of these areas, they are dependent upon each other. Clear? Now why? Because village supply food, grains, fruit, vegetables, agriculture, raw materials, casual laborers to whom? To the towns. And these towns, what they do, they supply industrial goods, social and utility services, and employment opportunities for the villages. Clear? Now, villages also what happen? They adjust their cropping patterns to meet the needs of the city dwellers. Now, what happened? They give this kind of a things gives a strength to the existence of the rural as well as a urban settlement. Okay, children. So this much for today. In the next second video, we are going to learn about the transport. Thank you, children.